Thank you very much, man, for finally giving me a black belt.
I didn't need this one, bro. You can have it. Playing like to death. That's a heavy 145 pounds, all right? You want to feel?
He's a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. I can fight too.
We have to give somebody the opportunity to find out that they are a fighter.
You figured out the pink is the men wear pink before Barbie trend.
Bro, if I can do this,
You
anyone
know,
can do it, right?
I think a lot of lives are changing here. Someone's maybe ruined after a couple of hard sparrings, but anyway, most of them, they happy.
Even for like professional MMA fighters, Muay Thai is crazy.
Yeah, but the experience was awesome.
Yeah.
Alex, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
What's going on?
Hanging.
Thank you very much, man, for finally giving me a black belt.
Yes. I didn't need this one, bro. You can have it.
It looks like I'm an old black belt from old days.
You just put it in the wash many times, you know?
Yeah,
This is the trick. You don't have to train, just wash the belt.
Back in the days, I was 14 and I was training judo.
Yeah.
And in our gym, there was a multiple time, like 6-time European champion and bronze, silver medalist in World and Olympics, Tamerlan Tmenov. He was the national team captain. And accidentally, I grabbed my gi. You know, like, I was 13, maybe 14. I grabbed my gi and his black belt with the Japanese, a Japanese alphabet.
Yeah.
Maybe his name, I don't know.
Kanji or something?
Yeah, and I opened my bag at home and there's a black belt. I'm like, oh! Now everybody thinking I stole it.
Yeah.
And I brought it back on the gym and everybody making fun. You wanted to steal the belt. No, I didn't. Well, you're stupid.
What did he do?
No, he just left.
He just left.
Come on. Yeah, he was a good man.
Okay.
Alex, first of all, I want to thank you for doing this. We built the studio again in the coach's room.
Sure.
Not a lot of people know it.
It's beautiful.
But I think we got to be honest with the audience, right?
Of course.
The Bangtao Muay Thai and MMA, one of the very few gyms in the world who have the podcast studio, mats, fitness room, everything. 2 Muay Thai big gyms, 4 rings. What we got?
Yeah.
Octagon is on the way.
Yeah, we're getting a brand new cage soon. That'll be cool, part of the expansion.
Is that right? Are you expanding? You opened a new facility like in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so it's been under construction for a while, and you can see now part of it is finished. The second Muay Thai area with the other 2 rings, that one's finished. And then we're going to put a second floor on top of part of that. It's going to have indoor grappling room. It's almost the size of this room, but indoor, air conditioning. So
yeah, on the second floor.
On the second floor.
Nice.
And then our MMA jiu-jitsu mat now, we're going to extend and then put a cage.
Now you see the pictures.
Right there.
So right now is August. In June, there was a guest appearance, Tyson Fury here.
Yeah.
Any surprises for the Bangtao family, let's say? You going to bring somebody to the grand opening, or you going to do the grand opening? What's your plan?
So for the next grand opening?
Is it the proper question for the...
Sure. I mean, well, we have some plans, but I can't tell you all the plans, but...
Don't tell me all the plans.
You know, we did, so for our original grand opening in April 2022, when we first opened the gym with just this section, we did a big fight night, amateur fight night, Muay Thai, boxing, MMA fights. We matched up with people from other gyms in Phuket. And then we had a seminar the day before. We did we did 2 seminars actually. We had Superbon Benchamek. He did a seminar on the first day, and then the second day of the grand opening, we had Alex Volkanovski.
Wow.
And his coach, Joe Lopez, did a seminar that day. And then we had the grand opening. We had a big party. So yeah, when we finish the expansion, finish the new area, for sure, we're going to do something new, a new party, new big fight night, have some big seminars, have some special fighters come in. Can't announce who yet, but it's going to be good. So. Oh
man, I'm just looking for a ticket, man. I don't ask for more stuff.
Yeah. I think
get a ticket for me.
I think
One ticket, brother.
I think we can find you a ticket, bro. We'll see.
George +1.
George, you got a +1 now.
I got
Okay.
Actually, I have plus a couple of people.
Plus a couple. We'll talk about it.
Alex, I'm here for a couple of months now. Can you share? You in Thailand for 12 years now.
12 years.
So basically, you one of the original pioneers of this. I don't know how you can explain ni hao. So I've been here 10 years ago, and I remember these garage gyms through Phuket. But right now it's totally different, like something different. It's not as different. It's not the same city, I don't know, province, because everything changed. It's like a half United States, half Asia, because 7-Eleven, MMA gyms, a lot of people, I don't know, you understand, you know what I mean?
Of course.
And can you share from your perspective how it changed, and from when you came, you were 22?
Yeah.
From
I just finished from university when I was 22.
Oh my God, 22. Magic of numbers. Man.
Sure. I have a thing with my numbers of 11 and 22 also. So
shout out to 22. My cousin, he have a birthday on 22, and he always finding 2 everywhere.
Yeah. I never thought about that actually. Yeah, I came here when I was 22.
And so you just finished college, as I understand, or university. How you saying?
In America, we say college, but then when you say everywhere else, Europeans think college is like teenager, but university. So from my bachelor's degree from 18 to 22. I finished, actually did my last semester of college in China. They just had an opportunity to go to China for 6 months.
Mm-hmm. So what was your major?
Communications. Pretty simple.
Obviously.
Yeah, well, no, it was crazy. Like
tell.
It was communications because I didn't know what else I wanted to do. And my minor was business management. It was sports. And actually a lot of people don't work in what they do with their degree, but actually somehow in my life I work in communication and sports management, so. You
one of very few who is following his degree actually.
It's weird, life. Right? Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, my uncle,
exactly.
My uncle's a doctor. I think he went to school for like theater, like, I don't know. Yeah, literature or something. And then so I knew I grew up wrestling and grappling, and I was already a blue belt, and I knew I wanted.
You grew up in Virginia,
Maryland.
I
was close. I was close.
It's like my thing to be like wrong all the time. I was with James. I was like messing.
Yeah, but
at
it's
least very close.
At least you were a little bit wrong. Yeah. This is if you're wrong, you're gonna be almost right.
Yeah.
So I was okay. But
I'm sorry, everybody.
No, it's okay. A lot of people don't even know where Maryland is. You know Washington D.C.
I was a proud mover in Virginia back in the days in Maryland.
Yeah.
These hands know a lot of big book boxes and washer dryers and stuff like that. I'm sorry.
Get to work. No, I just so I knew I wanted to fight MMA, but I wanted to finish my degree first, finish college first. And then I was 22 and I was in China, so I was like, okay, I finished. Let me go to Thailand to fight Muay Thai, travel, party, and then later I'll get a job and fight MMA.
There was no how is it? Not nearly the buzz of the camps.
No, so
nothing like that.
So this
right?
was no way. Yeah. So this was like 2011 when I was, and Instagram was pretty new. It wasn't very big.
Yeah, I know.
The gyms didn't have big Instagram profile and big social media. Facebook was been around. YouTube was still pretty new.
It's a different world, man.
It's a different world. I still
MySpace was around.
I still had when I first came, I think I had just got off my BlackBerry.
Yeah.
And I think iPhone 3, but Instagram, I wasn't using any of that, And it was totally different. I had looked up on the website, and I knew I wanted to fight Muay Thai, to come to Thailand, fight Muay Thai, but I was a grappler at heart. I love jiu-jitsu. I was a blue belt. I want to fight MMA. So let me find something. And back then, in 2011, Tiger was the only gym that had jiu-jitsu and MMA.
They just started.
Yeah, a few years in, it was like, man, it was not like it is today, of course. But I was like, so I told my coach, the guy who gave me a black belt, actually, Josh Hinger, I said, hey, what do you think about this gym? And at that time, the black belt was from California, and Josh was from California. So Josh said, yeah, go there. And that's how it started. Yeah, just like that. And the road, that Soi Thayed, the Tiger Road, everyone knows, a lot of people know, it's like very famous road. Now you drive from one end to the other, and there's building everywhere, shops everywhere, 7-Elevens.
Every meter.
You can't even escape.
Inch, or how you say it, yeah.
When I first got there, it was jungle. There was a few restaurants. There was Tony's was there.
Italian guy, Italian bar, I remember.
Which one? Italian bar.
No, not Italian. The owner was Italian, I remember.
I don't remember.
Maybe Tony's, I don't know.
Maybe. No, Tony's a little Thai guy. He sounds like Italian.
It was a pool. It was 2013.
Yeah, it was like, there wasn't very
Nothing.
much. I remember when you wanted to get money, to go to the ATM, you had to leave the road. There wasn't even ATM on the road. There was no 7-Eleven. There was none of that. And yes, it's crazy. Somehow in the whole time we were there, it just got built up into one of the most famous places in the world to train.
If you have
crazy.
old pictures, it'd be cool to put it. No,
I know, of course, but I wish I had, but I don't think I have. And you know, back then when I first came and I was like traveling, I got one of those little Nokia phones, you know, and you you remember,
course.
like even back then. So even when I first came, you were using like the little. If you had like a phone number in Thailand, you were like, you can text people, you know, but
it's very different.
Yeah,
we didn't have even an idea to film or take a picture. It wasn't in your head.
Now
you just live.
Now it's crazy. Now we have like so many pictures of ourselves.
What did you say?
For real. Your phone's right next to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we always do it, but I wish I had more pictures and videos. I'm sure if you look on YouTube, there's
but I was explaining
cool
to someone of our young athletes. I said, they're asking why you don't have any video from back then. We didn't even thought about making video or photo in 2010, in 2000s, let's say. Right?
Sure.
We just
even like
calling, that's it.
Even like the amount that we look at ourselves now. Before, when you only when you go to the bathroom and you look in the mirror, you see yourself. Now, like all day,
That's
you
a
look.
good point, by
it's
the way.
crazy.
Yeah,
I never think about it. You look at, even when you look at Instagram, a lot of time we look at our own Instagram and see what we look like. You know, it's weird.
It's very weird, and from time to time I see in popular section in Instagram or in every social media. I don't know, from social like data or something, and how all this affects young people, especially. This
I don't even think we know yet. We don't even know, you know.
But the data, I'm not like throwing data or trying to be smart here, but I watched a couple of times on Joe Rogan and everywhere.
Of course.
That for example, the suicide rate in girls, between girls, teenage girls, so it's like
now,
it's rising from 2016 when the social media start growing.
Yeah, well, I mean,
they get it.
You think about like before, like
poor kids.
Poor kids. If you get bullied in school, you go home and you don't have to think about it again. You're with your family, you watch some TV, but now you go home and you check your phone and you see like what other people are doing and you feel bad about yourself. Yes.
And even more, you can
never stop.
You can bully me at school, but I can come home and lie that I bullied you, you know what
I can come home, but now
Alex, every day. And you bullying me every day.
Yeah, but
all these liars, but this. And it's destroying the young man's I
don't know.
mental health.
Training. People should train. Everybody should train, bro. Training. You know, we were talking about before we started, we were talking about like how crazy it is. I mean, MMA in general, but specifically jiu-jitsu, like we're playing like to death, you know, like, like that's crazy every day. And you're not on your phone, you're not social media. It's like the real world. Like this person in front of me is trying to kill me. Yeah, kill me. Like that sounds crazy because it's like a sport and it's fun and it's popular.
This 3 tap just helped.
I mean, you're done. Yeah, if you tap and then he done. But in the real, like in life,
and if you're not rolling with Paula Harris,
sure, then you're just not gonna walk anymore.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, when you do that every day, it's like, and I think it's good for kids to have like, I mean, good for anybody, men, women, everybody, to like have someone, and you have to survive every day. I think that's why you get this high after you train and you roll. You feel so good.
So like a runner's high, there's like a jiu-jitsu high.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Because dynamic, I think in grappling and jiu-jitsu is unique. It's not like wrestling when you always have to sprint.
Sure.
You rolling and you can get that. I think it's high, right?
Sure.
Alex, you said that you mentioned that you came to here in 2011, but back then, jiu-jitsu wasn't the mainstream thing, right? How you ended up doing jiu-jitsu?
In Phuket?
Not in Phuket, like in United States. You said you were wrestling. You came from wrestling.
Yeah, I was really like growing up in America. Now, you travel around, you meet so many people from other countries. America is cool because wrestling is like in the schools. So I grew up wrestling when I was a kid. I always loved grappling. And I'm a small guy, you know? I know when I'm sitting up here, I look pretty big, but I'm
6'7".
Yes. No, I'm only like 5'7", 145 pounds, you know? I've always been smaller, but
of muscle and steel.
That's it. Oh, yeah, 100%. Listen, that's a heavy 145 pounds. All right. You want to feel?
You know this in the weather broadcast, they say in 30 degrees, but feeling like 50.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
It's 145 feeling like 265.
Yeah.
Just keep
For
it in
sure.
mind.
No, but I am small, and but so grappling and wrestling is like the best kind of sport for your size, because I was playing other sports, basketball, not gonna work, football, not gonna work, but wrestling, you go against the person in the same weight class, so it made it like even, you know. So
Neutralizes your weak.
Sure, it
let's
just
say,
makes it fair, yeah, you
fair.
know. And then I was like, all right, so I was small, but I was like, let me, you know, I think I'm like a tough guy, you know, like, okay, I can wrestle. Then I was pretty good at wrestling, not like super great, but did good in high school, and could like take people down. But then even at that time, I would watch jiu-jitsu wasn't mainstream, and really MMA wasn't really mainstream yet.
Yeah.
I was watching when the Ultimate, so I graduated high school in 2007, but when the Ultimate Fighter started coming on TV in like 2005, 6. Yeah. So I was in high school, and there was a lot of wrestlers in the UFC. I mean, there still are now, but especially back then, there was a lot of these American wrestlers that were fighting the UFC, and I was a wrestler. So I was always like, ooh, I could do that. You know, like I could see myself in them. And yeah, when I went to college, first year of college, I started partying. I didn't gonna wrestle in college. I could have gone maybe some small school, but I wasn't good enough to go like good college or go Olympics or something. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna.
You studied in your
Arizona.
You went to Arizona. Arizona is famous for wrestling.
Arizona State has really good wrestling, but I went to University of Arizona. They didn't have a wrestling program. It was famous for football and partying. Yeah,
Kane Velasquez.
Yeah, those guys from So. But yeah, I just went to school, and I just wanted to like party and all that. And after like the first like 6 months, year, I was like partying, hanging out, doing the whole thing. And I felt super soft. I just didn't feel good, you know? And there was a guy on the campus that day. It was like, hey, come check it out, jiu-jitsu, MMA. And I was like, with my friends, you know, I was like, yeah, like, let's go. And I went with my friends, and they quit. They never did again. But from the first day, I was hooked. And I knew I wanted to fight MMA even like really early. Like I was training, and I saw some MMA fighters in the gym early, and they just called me keep training. And when I was out in Asia, it was like the perfect opportunity to go fight Muay Thai. You know, I'm a grappler. Let me see if I can go like something. Muay Thai is crazy, even for like professional MMA fighters. Muay Thai is crazy.
Yeah.
So I was like a jiu-jitsu guy, and I was like, you know, like I think I could do it. You know, and yeah, it started like
here back then.
Yeah, I had a couple fights here. I had a couple Muay Thai fights here. Those are crazy. And I always like anyone that comes through here, if they're not like signed to like big organization like Bellator, UFC, if you're a professional fighter, anybody, if you think you can do it, go fight Muay Thai in Thailand, because it's so crazy. You go there, they're like rubbing the oil on you. They're like
the day before the fight, right?
Oh, it's crazy. And then like there's no warm up. They just put the oil on you. Then there's like a little kid there like wrapping his own hands. He's like smoking a cigarette, and you're like, yeah, you're like, what the fuck? Like, where am I? Yeah, and I love it. I
like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. It's so crazy. It's so crazy, and so like anyone that's fought in like local stadiums like understands. Like it's so wild, and like while you're there, you're like, what am I doing? Like, why am I here? But I don't know. You just kind of trust the process and go through it. And I think if you can push yourself to fight in fights like that are kind of crazy and uncomfortable and not clean, and there's no like commission, no one's like signing your glove. You know what I mean? If you can do that.
What is your weight? 77?
Bro, no, they don't. Yeah, they squeeze you. They go like this. This is very famous. They go like, you. Okay, and you're just like, all right, like, and well, the trainers don't give a fuck either. If you're at the wrong, that's the problem. If you're at the wrong Muay Thai gym, because they get paid when you fight, they get a piece.
Yeah, $1,000.
So a lot of trainers, they don't care about you. So
I'll give it go.
Yeah, no problem. No, they say no scared. This is it.
Even.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. And they go, you know, scared. You're like, I'm not scared. I just want to fight a guy that isn't gonna like murder me, you know. But that's why I like.
Oh, I will murder him. I don't want to murder him
for
either.
sure, of course. But that's kind of the risk you take. You can like go and you can fight like a tuk-tuk driver, or you can fight like an ex-champion that does not like foreigners and
just looking for somebody like you, right?
Yeah, and sometimes like you'll see like the kind of like less like the guy, he'll like realize he'll hurt the guy and be like, oh shit.
It's exactly what happened to Pushka. So they bring Zera, girl from our team. So you remember we came a couple of times, they canceled the fight. And she's supposed to fight like a 16-year-old girl.
I remember.
And then they throw her under Brea, American girl.
Yeah.
super nice. Shout out to Brit.
Yeah.
But she had like more than 50 fights.
Yeah.
And it was a 21-year-old girl with the deep.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard, but
the experience was awesome.
yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, like, and that's, I say too, if you can kind of get through that and you can do it, it makes the other fights like way easier. You go travel somewhere and they have like, they pick you up and they give you some money for food and you have like a hotel. Like, you're like, man, like, this is great, you know?
This is reality, by the way, in fighting. UFC, this is all cool. But most of the world, this is the fight.
Yeah, of course, most of the world,
it's
of
for
course.
pennies.
But of course, yeah, for sure. But yeah, those crazy fights, you're only getting, I think I've gotten like 3,000 baht, 3,500 baht, it's like $100. Then you got to pay your trainer 1,000 baht, and then you go buy a bottle of whiskey and it's gone, you know? But and then you can't walk.
Experience,
yeah, oh, it's the best. I think if, I always say if people come do it, it's pretty crazy. Like you gotta, this is also like when people come here and they come to Bangtao, like we feel all of us, the owners, the coaches, the Muay Thai trainers, like we're taking these people to the stadiums. So there's a huge sense of responsibility. Because also we are very experienced here. All of us, me, George, Frank, Woody, Brad, all the other guys,
you've done it all.
We've done this a lot, and specifically in Phuket, you know, we've done a lot of it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and when people come here, we have to realize that we're now the older guys, you know, we're the kind of the OGs that need to make sure that like we take them there, they're safe, there's fair matchups. And I've noticed too as well, like sometimes the fighter, there's a difference between confident and scared to say no, you know?
And overconfidence.
Well, sometimes like the trainer will push the foreign fighter, yeah, no problem, but you can see in their eyes that it's not good to do. And so I've been there before when I've told them, hey, if you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. Don't listen to them. Yeah. Don't do this. If you don't want to get in there, don't do it. Don't ever, there's a lot of pressure. They'll just, it's okay. But
I think the very important thing is that now, because of the social media, because to be a fighter is very cool. You get paid, you get famous, like Jake Paul, you got followers.
Yeah.
And people start comparing themselves to the picture they see online. They don't understand. For example, Jake Paul, he's a high level athlete.
Sure.
You can see Logan Paul, what he's doing in wrestling.
Sure.
Never in my life I will thought I can do it.
Like,
it never even crossed my mind.
And he did it in like 2 years.
Yeah,
like 1 year.
Doing it like Rock. Nobody did it.
Yeah.
This type of stuff, like what he's doing is amazing. And people like, he's a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. I can fight too. No, man.
Of course.
He's not only YouTuber. He's been a wrestler and everything. But I met a couple of girls and I'm like, what are you up to? She's like, I'm having a fight. Where you from? I'm from Canada. I'm like, did you fight before? No, but I think I need it. And I'm like, you don't need it. You look like an office girl. Yeah, and they disappear after fight.
Yeah, but you know, like I understand that too, but I always, and as coaches as well, and we have to give somebody the opportunity to find out that they are a fighter. You know, like we can be easy to judge somebody and maybe they get into a fight and they realize, hey, like this isn't for you. You know, like, and that's not saying anything bad. That's just saying, hey, like you're in there, looks like you don't want to be in there. This could be dangerous. Sometimes you need to find that out, and then sometimes you could get the person looks like an office girl and goes in there, and you're like, "Holy shit!"
I didn't want to.
No, I didn't. I don't. No, I didn't mean you. No, but I understand what you mean. But because you see people come here and they see it is cool, and they see these big gyms, and let me go to the gym, and they'll give me a fight. You know?
Yeah. Because it's cool.
Yeah, because
it's super cool. It is super. It is
super cool, but. It is super cool, but if you are on the other end of it and you go there and you get cut open and you can't walk and it could change your life.
It's even cooler.
Dude, there's like this crazy clip of I've seen some pretty bad knockouts in the stadiums here, but there's this one clip. This was like a long time ago. This guy at Tiger, he was fighting and this guy just threw like an up elbow. Maybe it's a Patong Stadium actually. He has a dent in his head, a circle. You should look this up. Can we put an image here of this kid? Dude. He literally didn't cut open, didn't fall down, didn't nothing. Had a circle like this in his head. And then, he was a tiger.
The skin just...
No skin, no nut. It literally... You have to see a picture of this, bro. Can I show you a picture of this?
Absolutely. With pleasure.
This is great. But luckily, the guy he ended up having...
ended up winning the fight.
Yeah, no. Muay Thai fighter breaks skull. That's what I'm gonna Google. Muay Thai fighter breaks skull.
Wow, he
yeah.
broke
See, I told you right away. It's gonna come up right away. Yeah. See, look at his face.
I thought you've been talking about cut. I thought.
Oh, no, bro.
Oh my god.
You ready? Can you zoom in on that? I didn't even know, bro.
No, we'll zoom in. Oh my god.
Did you see? Yeah,
It's like a golf ball hit.
dude. It's no joke. It's no joke, you know. And actually, this guy, he got it repaired. Look, boom, there he is. He's happy.
He put the third eye in it.
No, look, he's good now. Put a third eye in it. But he ended up getting. He had the surgery. I think he fought again, which is just so crazy. I've gotten injured a lot in fighting, you know.
Yeah.
I've broken bones, cuts. I got a big nose. I've
That's
had it
what
broken.
you get in fighting, right?
Yeah, of course. But
your ears look okay, so.
my ear's not bad. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm very I am super fortunate that I haven't had and don't have now any injury that prevented me from living my life. You know, that's. Yeah, I mean, there's some serious consequences in fighting. You know.
Recently, a journalist asked Mirko Krokop, how much you earn during fighting career.
Yeah.
And he said, I earned 8 surgeries.
Yeah.
Changed my bones, joints, blah, 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 knockouts. This is what I earned in fighting. That's it,
Bro,
pretty much.
I'm proud of all that stuff too. You know, I do have good skin. My skin heals pretty good, but all the little cuts, all the little this finger, I can't give the peace sign anymore with this hand because I broke this hand.
It's a custom peace sign.
Yeah, it's a custom peace sign, but yeah, this finger's permanently a little bit shorter now. But all these little things, these are all memories. You know,
my cousin Soslan Dunaev, he's a goalkeeper, professional goalkeeper for many years. He's like a veteran now. And a lot of people think that soccer players are not tough. They're very tough as athletes, but it doesn't look like fighting, but it's very hard to do.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
And goalkeepers got concussed a lot because
for sure.
He's
they're diving in front of the fucking ball.
Yeah,
the ball's coming in. They're of course,
on the ground,
yeah,
and they could pretty much like a heavyweight boxer. They told, and I see his hands. So this this finger can do
I guess so. You're always like this, right?
Yeah, you're always
this
broke. Everything's but he's proud of it. And
for sure,
it's a sacrifice you do, right? So to achieve something.
Yeah, but it's just doing something too. You know, it's all stories. I feel like by the end of anyone's life, you just want to have good stories, good memories, be able to tell your kids some cool stories. And
when you decided, when you came here, did you plan to? Was your plan to stay here, or you just come for?
Nah, I came with a backpack. I was backpacking, you know. I was planning. I actually left most of my stuff back in China, and I was gonna just go there and then take it. You've
done a semester there.
I did a semester there, and so all my stuff. I had so much stuff, and when I came here, I got a backpack. I took my jiu-jitsu gi. This time I was a blue belt, but I had my gi. I put it in the bottom. I took some training shorts, put it in the bottom. Some flip flop, put it in there, and. Yeah, me and my friend, we travel and we party. And then I had a 1 month booked at Tiger, which is 1 month, in a dorm room, the little room in the back, no air conditioning, no bathroom. It was just a little room with a fan. And back at that time, if you stayed in the dorm room, you wanted to be a fighter. Now, maybe it's a little different. Maybe it's more for experience to stay at the gym. But back then, it was we were broke, and it was 2,500 baht for that room. Mm-hmm. Yeah, tell me if you can find a room now in Phuket. Yeah, per month, 2,000. That's $75. So
yeah,
but it was a good time back then. It was just wake up. I mean, the people started hitting pads at 7 a.m. You're just up. You're awake. You just it was cool.
Did you break some bamboo trees?
No, I never did that. It's not bamboo. It's the banana tree.
It's a banana tree? They broke the banana tree?
It's a banana tree.
Fake tough guys, huh?
No, but you go do it. Come on. After this, we're going to go do it. You go kick a banana tree.
Just find me a big tree, a legit.
You want to kick
oak.
it? You going to kick it?
I want to break oak.
You can break oak.
I want to break my leg.
No, you break your leg. But yeah, no, I never planned it. I was let me just train for a month or 2 months or whatever, and then I'll just see what happens. Because I just graduated, I didn't have a girlfriend, I didn't have a house.
22.
Yeah, 22. I had a bit of money. I just wanted to whatever, and especially back then too, like MMA, especially in Phuket, but around the world, it wasn't seen as like getting a job or like coaching. It was just like, let's just do it and see what happens, like let's just, and
like everything was developing.
It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. But yeah, we just all loved it. Like, and it's really cool that all of us, George, Frank, Woody, Brad, we all kind of did that together in Phuket, Brad came up. Brad obviously had a really, really big kickboxing career before he fought in the UFC, before he fought MMA really at all. But he was also fighting a lot of Muay Thai.
He got accidentally to MMA, he told me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's so funny. He showed up. So Brad's like the most gangster. Brad's like one of the most like gangster fighters I've ever met my whole life. Like obviously he's my friends, but like if you know who Brad Riddell is and the shit that he's done in the UFC and before the UFC and when he was a teenager, like, man, that guy's like, for me, he's like all time. So yeah, he was young and just trying to be a fighter and was like fighting K1, but in Thailand fighting Muay Thai at the same stadiums that we all fought in, like same money, just for the experience of fighting. And yeah, I think he probably told you, he'd probably tell the story better. Yeah, he showed up to a fight. He thought it was kickboxing. They said, no, you're gonna fight MMA. He was like, all right, whatever. But that's his attitude, man. He's like, Brad's like, he's like one of the most like pure fighters in the sense of the word, like of what it means to be a fighter. And
Alex, speaking about the fighting culture, let's say, recently, a week ago, there was like not a scandal, but Wonderboy Thompson in the UFC, he refused to fight a guy who didn't make weight.
Yeah.
I understand his position.
Sure.
Understand that he's 40 years old and he don't want to play these games.
Yeah.
But overall, as we're talking about fighting, does it really matter? This couple of pounds. I will let me be more specific. I understand that Wonderboy cut it and made for him it was very hard to make this 2 pounds, the last 2 pounds.
Yeah.
For the Brazilian guy, and they did like that trick, couple of pounds. I've noticed.
How many pounds was it? 5 pounds?
3 pounds.
Yeah.
And his position is this is the hardest 3 pounds.
Yeah, of course.
And they play a big role, right? Because he did it and he's not. This is the difference.
Of course.
Not the 3 pounds, but the fact that Wonderboy went through it.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
But overall fighting, if they won't cut weight, so what do you think about this? About weight cutting? I honestly, I lost while formulating the question. I lost the track because I was translating. I'm sorry. I was. You said that. Let's rewind it. You were saying about Brad, and I was. I wanted to compare that Brad doesn't care, and he fought back in the days. A lot of guys fought like that. This is what I wanted to say.
Sure.
They don't care. Weight class, you overweight, let's do it.
Sure.
Couple $100 and they were doing the same thing, but can you, from your perspective, what changed? Why people right now they fighting for more money, and they refusing to fight for more money. And then back in the days, they fought for less money,
sure,
with much more overweight, an opponent. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah, but that's also. Depends what level you're at, level you're at, and what the situation is. Because there'll be many different situations. Like, for example, if there's like a fighter that we go over to when we were going back to China to go fight MMA or any of these other countries where it's not really like in the best favor for you. There's always things kind of like the other people is trying to take some advantage. It's case by case, if we get there and a fighter comes in and it's like, hey, this person, like our fighter needs to be getting experience and is trying to get fights and get paid. And those fights don't happen very often. That's, so you get there and if someone's 3 pounds over and either you have to negotiate about the money, of course, that's always a negotiation, and you have to make a judgment. You have to look at that person. It's always going to be case by case because you have to look at that person and say, okay, why didn't this person make weight? Was this because of some other issue like traveling, or they had some health issue, or because sometimes there is a reason. There is a reason, Yeah. You have to make weight. This is number one. But you have to look at it and say, okay, was there some other issue? Are they being lazy? And can this person seriously hurt me? Can this person, regardless of weight, but if they're heavier, do they have an advantage? Can this person injure me? And is that worth however much money I'm getting, $500, $1,000? you have to think about it all the time. Or you say, man, this guy didn't make weight. He's not very good. I'm going to beat him anyway. The money is good. Maybe we'll take it, you know? So every situation is different.
You're looking at the risks.
Of course, you have to outweigh the risks and the reward. Is this worth it or not? But for Stephen Thompson,
I didn't want to blame. I just want to be.
Of course, no.
You know
it's
what
a
I mean?
conversation. It's a conversation because there are times when you're like, dude, fuck it. We're already here. We're just gonna. Yeah, this has happened to us many times.
We can do it right now.
Yeah, of course. It's like, bro, he's 3 pounds heavy. It sucks. Take his fucking money. It's more money for us because we're already not getting paid a lot at this
And
level.
you'll kick his ass anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna kick his ass anyway. But then also you have to. A fight is dangerous no matter who you're fighting. You can fight somebody who you're supposed to beat and they knock you out. So you have to make, like, with your coaches and with the fighters, you have to all, like, be reasonable. What is the risk and the reward? Because then what if you say, yeah, fuck it, and then you lose? Then you're going to blame the weight? But for Stephen Thompson, he's earned the right to everyone he's fighting to make weight. That guy has been through that, I'm sure, many times in his career. I'm sure he's fought many people in kickboxing that didn't make weight. I'm sure he did that. And so
now enough is enough.
Enough is enough. So for him at that point where he's like, wait a minute. Also, I'm sure he's on a show and win. I don't know if Wonderboy Thompson's on a flat rate or show and win, right? 100,000 plus 100,000, whatever the number is. So he's going to say, okay, I'm going to take this risky fight against this really dangerous opponent. I'm sure nobody he is fighting sucks. Everyone he fights is really dangerous. Yeah. So do I take this risk and now I get half of my money and I lose, you know? So
plus he don't have like a lot fights left, right?
100%. Yeah, he's 40 years old. I mean, that guy's man, that guy's a legend, you know. Absolutely. So he has total right to say. And of course, it's different. If you're coming up, do you want to be difficult? Is it 1 pound? Is it 3 pounds? You know, like, how is that person's team treating me? How are they treating me? You know, so I think it's case by case. But of course, there's something to it. I'm going to go to the Muay Thai stadium. I'm going to fight this guy that's 10 kilos bigger than me, and you know, whatever. But you also have to be smart, and especially at the level he's at, it could change his whole life. What if he takes a fight with this guy? He loses half his money. He gets knocked out. He doesn't fight again. You know,
and it was the opponent's strategy not to do it, right?
Yeah, there's that too. Exactly.
I know you're brave. You will get it.
Yeah, that's a strategy. They're going to say, you know what? There's somebody who's trying. Yeah, there's somebody who's trying. Someone who's in the sauna, and they're like, man, I cannot walk. I'm getting on the sauna. I'm 0.5 over. I tried. And then there's a guy that just walks in and he's like, you know, chilling, and he's 3 pounds over. So
yeah, I'm not doing this anyway.
Yeah. It's like, there's like, you know, there's one part is like, man, I'm going to be tough. I'll fight anybody, anytime. I don't care. Yeah, that's cool too. But there's also like, you know what? Like, I got here. I have to respect myself, respect my team, and say, you guys didn't do it. You don't respect me. So, and
the level of the competition is very dangerous.
So just, I don't know. It goes, you can understand either way. It just depends on the situation.
And you mentioned 2007, and I said Jake Paul, and they recently fought. So when I was the first time I came to the United States in 2007, and it was the Ultimate Fighter where Nate Diaz won, and I saw Nate the first time, and he just recently fought. What do you take on this hybrid fighting? I know it's a very good entertainment from the sports point of view. Sure. I understand it. And I know it gained a lot. I understand it's gained a lot of attention. Yeah. But it's not, for me, I don't know, it's not boxing in the end, because he's not fighting a boxer. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not hating.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I know it's a cool thing. I like the tank.
Yeah. I've thought about it a lot too, you know, and from the beginning, it was kind of a gimmick. It was like these people that had good followings, and it was YouTube boxing. And then, yeah, it was kind of whack, and people were like, man, why is Jake Paul getting these opportunities? But then, you know, he beats Ben Askren, and it was like, all right, well, he beat a real fighter. Like, you know, he's not Ben Askren is not a boxer, but
he's a tough man, I guess.
But Ben Askren has fought world championship fights. He's fought tough people in his life.
He didn't get knocked out by Average Joe, right?
Yeah, and so it was like, all right, and then it kept growing more and more, and it was like, all right, like, clearly, like, you can't just be looking at this kid as a YouTuber. He's a skilled athlete. He is a boxer. Just like anybody who trained for however many years, 5-6 years, just like we were saying before about the office girl, you have to give anyone an opportunity to say I'm a fighter, right? So even if it starts as like a joke and it's a gimmick, and there is all this like YouTube boxing, we're not paying attention to that YouTube boxing. We're watching Jake Paul because he's fighting skilled fighters. That's why we're watching it, right? We're not watching these other KSI fights or whoever else. I didn't even know these other YouTubers, you know?
Yeah,
I didn't even know. So, at some point it does change. You're watching Jake Paul because he is fighting competitive fights. Nate Diaz is not a traditional boxer, but he has been known for having good boxing and for, you know, so I don't know. It's weird. But for Nate Diaz, he's a man too. Like, and you see the way he treated him after, he thinks just the same. I think after this many years of watching, he's like, yeah, man, this kid's a good boxer. Good job. Yeah, well done. Yeah. And then obviously he got paid too, which is cool. And yeah, I think the people who took the most heat, it's crazy because we're the peoples in the beginning. Obviously you look back now and you say, oh damn, like no one could like say Ben Askren sucks or Tyron Woodley or whoever, but those guys got the most hate because it was the beginning of Jake Paul. But now Nate Diaz loses and it's like, man, that was a good fight. Nate Diaz is cool with it.
He admitted everything.
Yeah, and it's just like it's kind of like you got to take him. You got to give everyone an opportunity to fight. And yeah, okay, their opportunity was different. Jake Paul, his opportunity, he had like a big following, all this stuff, so he got paid a lot of money for his first fight, which is crazy. He didn't go to Bangla Stadium. He didn't go to China. He didn't deal with like all this bullshit, but he's fucking doing it, you know? So, I mean, yeah, he's doing it. So
yeah, it's interesting because I never like hated it, but it was interesting because they doing like some, because in for example in Russia we have like this, we call it pop MMA.
Yeah,
it's like hybrid thing. The guys fought in the gyms, you know.
Yeah, but there's good fighters in it.
Yeah, because
same with this one
paid.
in Poland, Clout MMA. It's like the same thing, right? It's like
3-on-3.
No, but yeah, they do that shit too. But they have these guys who are like, famous YouTubers who are like fighting each other. It's not very good. But my friend Piotr Payak, he's like a famous YouTuber for traveling and training and fighting. So now he wasn't a professional fighter. He was fighting a lot. Kickboxing, MMA, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu. But now
he's chance to fight. Like,
now, because and for like a lot of money, more than most of my fighter friends. But he's fighting real opponents. He just fought on the weekend, a huge show in Poland. It was like amazing production, everything. And fought like a really skilled K1 fighter. And so like he got his following from YouTube. He's like a famous YouTuber in Poland, but he is also a good fighter. So now he has this opportunity to like make crazy money. It's crazy.
And attention to sport grows, and
but my friend he's a real fighter. He's not like just a YouTuber. Like he's been fighting his whole life, you know. Like my friend was fighting way before YouTube. You know, he's like a Polish like football hooligan, you know. You've seen these ones in Poland. They have like probably same in Russia. Yeah, they like 20 versus 20. I remember.
Yeah, they're doing like a battles.
This guy's. I remember him. He was one of my first friends when I came to Phuket, December 2011. Him and his twin brothers. There's twins. There's two of them. They're so funny, bro. Like they're same age as us. They're both 34, and they're like football.
I'm sorry, I'm 35.
Are you 35?
36 in December.
You know, in Thailand,
same day with Jay-Z, December 4th.
You know, in Thailand, when somebody older, we say P. We call them P.
Yeah.
So you are P. George. You know this? You're older. Yeah.
I'm going to P, man. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, but yeah, like these guys are like football hooligans who like train kickboxing, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, MMA, and then became a famous YouTuber, and then now fights like.
And people got caught up on this. He's a YouTuber. No, he become a YouTuber, and you you put this hashtag on him, YouTuber. But he been fighting for 15 years. Now he started a channel. That's it.
Yeah, no, it's so funny. I mean, he looks like a fighter. He's all
it's a trick,
head to toe, like tattoos. Like he looks like you don't want to fight him, but he's a good fighter.
I've been thinking about it, and my subjective opinion is this: people who've been in the sport all their life, like ourselves, who've been fans, athletes, professional athletes, like who doesn't do sport, who lives sport.
Sure,
he just sport in his life every day. And in my mind, in everybody's mind, was to be top in the world, you gotta train thousands and thousands of hours.
Yeah,
but now. Guys like, I'm gonna be a fighter. And I remember back in the days, you're not allowed as a young boxer to step in the ring before your coach will tell you.
Yeah.
And now they kind of devaluated, you know what I mean?
100%.
And I think athletes mad at it.
Yeah.
But if we've been honest and real, you don't have to get mad about nothing in reality.
Yeah.
But this is a very interesting turning point, I think, in our life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like you were saying before. Rules. Yeah, but it's like you were saying before, like it's like cool to be a fighter, you know?
Yeah,
But
cool. It's just cool.
Yeah. It's like now it's become like cool and popular, and but the people who don't want to really be it, they just won't do it because they're gonna try because it looks cool, but when it gets hard and they lose, or they're losing in the training room, or they're hurt, or they have to make weight over and over and over and over again, they're not gonna do it. They're just gonna quit. So fighting is the most real thing you can do. Well, it's crazy. Normally you say you can't fake being a fighter. Now you can kind of fake being a fighter because you can fight someone else who is a fake fighter.
Yes.
If you fight real professional or real amateur, not YouTube boxing or YouTube MMA, you're gonna see
real amateur who's a real professional.
Yeah, exactly. There's professional amateurs. I've seen the amateur. Now the level of amateur is crazy with IMAF, and these kids now that have come through the gym, they're like teenagers. They're like the most professional amateur you've ever seen.
It's a new breed of fighters, right? They're not from karate, boxing, wrestling. They're just training.
And they train like athletes. And like we were at these fights last night, these amateur fights down in Rawai. We had a few people fighting. And I was just watching. I was saying to George, I was like, George Hickman, I was like, bro, like look at the level of these amateurs. I was like, the way they're moving and faking and fating. Because obviously there's so much more to learn. Everyone has a phone. Everyone's watching instructionals. You can see it on TV. Like now it's so much easier to learn. And people are breaking down. When Israel Adesanya fights, they're breaking it down in slow motion. When we were for first training, we weren't seeing this stuff in slow motion and seeing how they do it. Now Israel Adesanya is saying, hey, look how he shifts like this. Look how he goes like this. And people are going, ooh.
And they're pointing every
the arrows. It's
small
unbelievable.
Detail.
It's unbelievable. Like Brad Riddell has really good.
I just wanted to say
he has really good
DC
breakdowns.
Brad Riddell,
and his
Sifudo.
eye for it is something that I wouldn't see. Brad's eye for striking and combat is something that I might not notice. So then he puts it on Instagram, puts with the arrows and says, hey guys, did you notice he did this? I never noticed it. Then myself and all the a lot of his videos are like millions of views. These people that are watching it,
it's almost illegal to do it, because the level of analysis is so good and free. For free, you get this.
It's so good and free.
It's like magic.
But it's like magic, but then the skill level just rises because everyone's watching that. And then on Monday, they're thinking about it. How does Israel Adesanya move? How does he shift his head? How does he move his feet? Which before you can never watch it, but now like the level of like education is just like crazy, bro.
Right now, for last couple years, Andrew Huberman, the neurophysiologist, I guess, he's explaining how the brain works, and I've spent a lot of sleepless nights watching how my brain works and reacts on stuff. But was going to ask you, we were talking about analysis, the video fight analysis. I think when you watching it, for example, on weekend, like you explaining something, guillotine,
Sure.
And is it accurate to say that if I'm watching my brain in some developing stage of learning this, and when I come to the mat, because I was studying the film, it will help me to understand your technique. Is it right? Does it help or not?
Watching?
Yeah, watching
100%.
that, right?
Oh.
Because I think
100%.
I'm not even training, and if I'm watching some technique and I'm in a light sparring trying, I'm old, I'm not the athlete, but it looks like my brain knows what to 100%. Do. Not in the fast, not very quickly, but I kind of
for sure. Yeah, I mean,
I didn't try it before.
Definitely, there's definitely different levels of people too. Like some people, it's easier to understand, some people not. But yeah, you have people that came in. I teach them their first jiu-jitsu lesson. They watch a bunch of MMA. They kind of know what an armbar is. They kind of know what a kimura is, and so it's easier to teach them. So, yeah, 100%. When you're watching, you're just taking it in all the time.
That was cool. I showed armbar and say guillotine.
Nice guillotine.
Those guillotines.
100%. Just by watching, you're gonna be learning for sure. But
at what point you decided we're gonna do our own thing? And because here in Bangtao you have the unique recipe for success, let's say, because as you mentioned, you coaches, you founders, fathers founders like United States, and you coaching, you managing, you in the cornering, you're doing all the and you are the same age, pretty much 35, 36, like almost 40. in the prime as the man can be, like in 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
And can you please share when you decided, because I know you one of the guys who inspired the whole idea. Behind the inspiration of the Bangtao Muay Thai MMA is Alex Shields, right? One of the main reasons. Can you explain how you come up with this and what's your vision, for example, in 10 years? Because you guys keep growing and expanding, and what are you looking for? What are you trying to achieve, or you just enjoying the journey and you have a main goal? I don't know.
You know, like a lot of people like asked us before, they asked like, how long did it take to make Bangtao? And it's like, well, it was a dream for years. It was a dream for like over 10 years. And it was only a plan for a year, 2 years, however it became. But I don't know. I think my like, and again, now that we're getting older, you're able to like look back on your life and things you do and choices that you make. But I think like I always did have like some type of business mind or creative mind, or like to do something. You know, I went to school and kind of saw these different things and whatever, but always wanted to be a fighter as well. And then, so even like early on into fighting, okay, I wanted to chase that and had that passion, but I always was kind of looking about how I can create and do different things. The first business I started was I was out here and there was no like fight stores and people that were selling merchandise and no gis and no rash guards. Tiger had some stuff, but it was still mostly Muay Thai stuff. It wasn't really rash guards. It wasn't gis, MMA shorts. So I made a jiu-jitsu company called Sabai Gi, making shorts, rash guards, gis, just because there was lack of that in Phuket. You know, it was hard to get stuff delivered here. So I started doing that, and then I focused more on fighting and then coaching, and then years later I started a jiu-jitsu tournament. So there was a lack of that. I wanted there to be more jiu-jitsu tournaments here. I want people to compete here.
So excuse me. So through your, I would say, life and career here, you tried this whole industry.
Yeah.
You touched it from all angles, right?
Yeah. And like, obviously people that have been here a long time and kind of know like the history and stuff I've done, like they know that I've been doing that even since like super early on. Like, all right, let's make some clothing out here. You know? All right. Yeah. Let's try to do this. Let's get a logo. Let's go support events. I was sponsoring little local events.
It's not a commercial, but through years I've been traveling to Thailand, and I can tell this is the best quality I saw.
And so I love George. Me and George used to have this kind of joke, because even years ago, I was always like trying to do something. Like I was always trying to like make a create, kind of like you, bro. I see we have a lot of similarities. I see you have you like to do stuff and put things together and create, and you have a really good eye for the way they go together. We have very much. We have a lot of similarities actually, and you know, maybe some of this story you didn't know either about me, because I can watch you and you watch me here, but. George always used to say, I like a project. That's what he'd always say. I like a project. Even, you know, just like little different things. I like to do projects, and was doing
George Hickman, by
George
the way.
Hickman, yeah, George Hickman. And then even, getting into like, all right, there wasn't really any no gi jiu-jitsu tournaments here. There was one a year that was a gi tournament in Bangkok, one a year. So I was like, man, I got to start no gi, because I wanted to compete more. So then I just started the tournament. It's called CM Sub Series. I've had 5 events in 18 months. Since COVID, I've been busy with the gym. I haven't done a tournament yet, but I'll have more. So yeah, I was always trying to create and do things and try to make things better and improve. And even years ago, I'll be quite honest, and even like really kind of like going through and creating these different things, whether it was the clothing brand or thinking, okay, there's not enough jiu-jitsu here because I want to compete. Let me create something so other people can compete. Let me do the jiu-jitsu tournament. But even early on, like even though I was focused as a fighter first, and then I got the opportunity to coach, and I was focusing on these other businesses. I did always, even when I was at Tiger back in those days, like maybe it's my own, like maybe I'm delusional and think I can do something great or be something great or create something great. I even very early on, not that I was like scheming or making some secret plan, but even like very early on in Tiger, I thought I could do it. I thought I could make a gym.
It's absolutely normal. Yeah. You don't have to explain me what you've been doing and thinking. I'm thinking the same.
Yeah, but I don't think it's normal because no one else did it.
Yeah, in my no,
sure.
it's not in
Sure.
everyone.
No, but this is what I've realized later on.
This is what they call proactive. You just need to do something.
But this is what I realized later on, that maybe it's not that normal, and it had, for whatever reason, I always used to think this too. If not me, then who? If not me, if I'm not going to be the one to start a local jiu-jitsu company here, who's going to do it? Fuck it, I'll do it. Okay. Or
if you won't do it, somebody will do it 100%. So you better do it right now.
Sure, yeah, exactly. But even with exactly, you better do it now. But I even realized with the experience and with everything I've done, I am one of the best persons to come up with an idea. So I had been coming up with ideas all the time, making gis, doing tournaments, how to improve and how to do things here. So even again, this is before COVID, before any of it, I always looked at Tiger and thought and I think any fighter and coach does maybe dream of having their own gym one day. That is kind of common, people think one day I'm going to have my own gym and I'm going to make my own rules and do this. So yeah, even back in those days, I obviously never thought about it, or I never it was never really a plan because we were so busy. The gym was so busy. We're coaching. I'm fighting all over the world, cornering over the world, doing my tournaments. To plan a gym, there was no time. There's no way. And COVID, everything shut.
When you started construction?
We started talking about this. We started planning it, me, George, Frank, and Woody. So the first conversation, September of 2020. So right in the middle of COVID. We thought COVID would be over in 2021 or something, And
yeah. Sure.
But COVID was the time that all right, it shut everything down, and it gave us time to stop and think and say, fuck man, we are getting older. I was just turned, I guess, 31. The other guys are a little older than me, 34, 35, 36. And we love this time here so much. We spent 10 years in Phuket. We're fighting at these local stadiums, flying all over the world. Our friends are getting in the UFC, becoming champions.
Experience the database is perfect. It's amazing.
It was amazing. But then we all sat together and we said, hey, we are getting older and we want to have our own thing. We want to make our own clothes and get a pink logo and, put on the music we want to put on and have something for our families and our life, And so it was kind of something
Hey guys, you figured out the pink is the men wear pink before Barbie trend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But we just wanted to do our own thing. We dreamt about it for years. Yeah, one day when we have our gym, one day we do this. But, we're just, life is busy, so.
And there's a lot of guys in Phuket, but you just become friends while working through work, let's say, through professional interests, you become friends with the guys, right? As a professional.
Yeah, but I think even more so, friends get really close through fighting MMA, Muay Thai.
Yeah, and you're lucky that your profession is this, and you're getting very close.
So fortunate, but you grow a really strong bond because when we're going to fight in a different country, another human who wants to knock you out and take money from you.
Yeah, it's a war, man.
Yeah, for real. And you grow very close bonds with these guys. So yeah, all of us, all the boys here, we all really grew up.
You rely your life on your corner, basically.
Yeah.
If they won't rescue,
of course,
maybe nobody will rescue.
But yeah, we all did this together in Phuket. So we all play a really, if you actually look at the team, we all play a very important role. Obviously I have my role with kind of the creation of everything and kind of a little bit of the vision and putting things together, and then the jiu-jitsu.
Plus grappling.
And also the jiu-jitsu tournaments. Yes. And also coaching. And then obviously George, amazing wrestler as well, but his MMA experience is top level, so good. He has that MMA experience, and then bringing in Frank, who's his wrestling experience, and working with obviously Izzy and Volko, and then Woody and his SNC programs and being able to coach the best guys, and then Brad is the kickboxing. And so if you look at everyone,
have done it all on Olympic level. UFC championship level, exactly. Right?
And then so if you look at even just the guys that are here, not to mention all the other guys that are part of our extended team, whether it's Volkanovski or Ashram and Gage, Izzy, and all these other people play a really kind of unique role. And it's really this term dream team gets thrown around a lot, but not only are we really good friends, but each person is really good at what they do. and we complement each other. You know, some of the stuff I lack in, George, Frank, Woody are way better at, and then some of the stuff that I'm better at, maybe they're not as good.
It's very important to know your strong and weak. We all have both, right?
Yeah, we all have both, and we're all like, you know, we are. I'm super like fortunate to have this business with these guys.
And from your experience, more than 10 years, have you thought, or maybe you discussed with the guys, with your crew, how can I say, the life circle? You know, in the restaurant business, that in Russia we say like there's a life circle in the restaurant, for example, in the city, big city. And is there any, from your experience, the life circle of the gym here? What is your thoughts on it? You know, because it looks like, I don't want to name names, but some gyms, they have this peak, then people start,
of course,
you know, there's the infections and you know, the stuff, and not that hospitality goes away and stuff like that. Because through the years, I know gyms, I don't want to disrespect nobody, and it changes. And I think the very important and the critical thing and point that you guys are the owners and the coaches, right? This is your unique, let's say, преимущество, advantage.
So I think people always ask, like, how did we do so well so fast? People are like, man, like,
is it a fair question about life circle of the gym now?
Sure, ask whatever you want. Of course, I think about this stuff all the time. But people do always like want to know, like, man, how did it happen so fast? You've only been open for a year, and this is so crazy. But I think we have a lot of advantages over a lot of gyms. I think we have our location next to the beach.
The best.
I think our branding. I think our opportunity to make cool clothes. I think our association with obviously like our friends, like the best in the world, Volkanovski.
Officially best in the world, not like in your opinion, right?
Not just like, our facility. But I think one of our biggest advantages over everybody is that all of us, we have the owners here, me, George, Frank, Woody, and we have some investors. We came from the bottom of what it meant to be a fighter in Phuket. We started as the broke fighter. Let me fight Muay Thai just to survive and save my 10 baht coins to put in the machine to get gas for the week, you know, because I don't have a fight till next week. We coached. So we fought, we coached, and we were the customer. I was the customer there first. I was a customer. So what is my perspective as a customer is different from a fighter, is different from a coach. And so all of us, our biggest advantage is that what we're trying to put into this place is our perspective of what it means to be those people. So we just want to create something cool. You see this whole thing is just about what do we want, and we are the customer. So we want to try to, and of course, as businesses get bigger, we have more people and we have to do different things and reach our goals and everything. But I think our biggest advantage is that the owners of this gym are the fighter, are the coach, you know. In terms of like the life cycle, you know.
It depends on the owners how they.
It depends on the owners. It depends on the owners. You know, the owners of some of the other gyms were just business, and we're just so happy to like. We're the master of the fighters, you know, like we're
I hate it, man.
But that's, you know, they go to their big, you know, they go to the golf courses or the big business meetings with their the other people. This guy owns a hotel company, this guy owns this, and he's like, I own the fighters, you know. So there is that aspect, but for us, we do it because we love it.
I think that talking about owning a person is somebody who never fought himself. So somebody who fought you don't want to own nobody, I think. No. You want a good relation, healthy relationship, right?
Of course. Yeah, of course. So, we're just, like I said, we're just, honestly, we are a bunch
Alex, go and kill for me.
Yeah. No, but we're honestly, we are a bunch of guys and a bunch of friends that just love it. We love, last night, we train our amateur fighters and coach them with just as much passion as we do for world champions. The same circuit and the same attention to detail that we're giving to people who are fighting for UFC championships. Last night, it was me, George, and Frank coaching like 4 amateur fighters. we all went. It wasn't like, oh, who's going to coach the amateurs? All right, let's send Alex, or can we send one of the other guys? We all go.
Because you can't really care.
The week before that, 2 weeks before that, me, Brad, and Frank, we flew up to Bangkok to coach amateur fighters. We flew to Bangkok to do it. We didn't make any money. It cost us money.
2 weeks prior, you went to Bali.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So we, I think it's not fake. No one's paying us. I mean, people obviously pay us to come to the gym, but we coach them because we love it. We love the people that we're working with.
God bless you guys. It's great work. It's very important work you're doing.
I'm very proud of it. It is really cool to like go to these kind of fight nights like last night and wear our logo and have these young fighters who are like 20, 21, 22 years old. And they're like us. When this is what I tell these kids when they come here, to them, it seems kind of so crazy, which it is. The whole thing is kind of crazy. But I said, hey, I came here when I was your age. I came here 10 years ago. I was your age. I wanted to be a fighter. I did the same thing. I fought in the amateur fight night. I fought in the stadium. And you tell them and you're like, yo, you can own a gym one day. I say it to them now. They don't believe me. But I tell them, I'm real, serious.
But you can see the true fire in their eyes or no. You can tell.
Yeah, but I tell them, I'm 34. I came here when I was 22. I tell them, I said, in 10 years, you could have this. And they don't believe me. And we want to encourage those people. We want to do like, we want to like coach the people here the way that no one showed us the way. You know, when we came here, we were 22, 23, 24. We were in Phuket, like figuring it out. Like, fuck, like, is this, you know?
Paving the way?
Whatever you want to call it. And we had a great time doing it. We had a really...
I'm not making fun of it. I'm trying
it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Word. It sounds like cocky or it sounds like something like this.
No. Forget about it. We're doing the same thing, basically.
But it's just like, we want to now... Like,
Alex, I understand you 100%, believe me.
All those experiences, all the shit we dealt with of like the mismatches and the missing weights and the, you know, like everything. We want to like just give those lessons to these kids and we do it. And, they're going to be way better than us. I think they are already better than us. They're just still kids. But when they get older and a few more years, and
as we said, you can't compare the
it's crazy, man.
Environment.
It's really cool.
Then and now.
It's also
environment right around the
It's also very humbling too to just like admit to yourself as, okay, I'm past my fighting prime, you know, and I still want to compete in jiu-jitsu, but yeah, I'm getting to 34. That's your older years. And as fighters, it's easy to say you don't have an ego, but you have an ego. If you're going to fight and you think you are a better fighter than that person, something is about your ego that tells you can even do that, you know?
I think the big winner have to be, I don't know if it exists, the healthy egoism, but...
Sure. Of course there is. Ego is always such a negative word. People make it as a negative word.
No, it's a very good thing to conquer.
Well, of course. And even if you want to, you can't let it get in your way. It could be negative or positive, just like anything. But I had to have a little bit of an ego to think, hey, I think I can make the coolest gym in the world. I told people that from the day that I put the business plan and I wrote it in my notebook and I made all the plans, before there was a logo, before there was anything, I told people this will be one of the best gyms in the world. Before we even had a name, that's what I said. I told people. And I think that takes a little bit of ego.
Alex, I think the same. So
yeah, but it doesn't make it like
you have thing. You needed to invent something.
Why did we even go back to that? Why were we talking about that?
Because we started talking about. You mentioned about young fighters.
Yeah.
Then we talked about Life Circle, and then as a good podcast, we just
but this was
dived into conversation.
But this was kind of the point about like ego and me like getting into like now I'm 34, I'm a business owner,
yes.
I'm coaching more serious. Put my ego aside and say, man, maybe these up and coming kids are better than me, and they're gonna beat me one day. And when you can actually put that aside and say, okay, I have all this experience, I do have a lot of skill, I can pass on a ton of knowledge, but these fighters will get better than us one day. It just makes it opens up yourself so much more to just honestly being happy. And
if he become better than you without ruining the relationship with you,
without ruining it. Exactly. Yeah, yes. Sure.
And it just showing that you're a great coach.
Sure.
You've coached somebody who become better than you and didn't disrespect you and ruined you.
But it's a kind of a tough lesson. And as retiring from MMA and not fighting, it is kind of a tough lesson. But once you realize that is, talk about cycles of life, right? That is just the cycles. Age does catch up to everybody, right? and you start to think about life and family and business. What's that?
It's a life streak. You continue, and I will say.
No, I was just saying about just like, your life cycle of whatever it is. And in terms of like life cycle for the gym, to kind of bring it back to the gym, we want to put every single thing we have into here, and we still do every single day. It doesn't change. And one of the big things, and this sounds so cliche, a lot of the things that people say when they come here, or if you looked at our Google reviews, they say the vibe is so good and people feel happy when they come here. And that's because we just genuinely enjoy it. And when we're here, we want to maintain that, right? We're like a place like maybe these other gyms, the vibe isn't there anymore. Maybe the training is still good, but people don't feel happy to be there.
You can call vibe, you can call energy, but this is the thing you need.
Yeah, you need this. And so going again to the life cycle, we want to keep giving everything we have now and train these kids and hopefully grow up these younger generations and not just influence them in terms of like fighting skill. Okay, we have a lot to show them in skill, but man, there's a ton. I know all the people I learned from, whether it was business or fighting or jiu-jitsu or just how to be happy in life. And these guys showed me the way, and I still remember these things. To me, these are the OGs to me. These are the guys in fighting when I was an amateur and I was making my pro debuts that said things to me they don't even remember, but I remember them. Because now that I'm older, I tell it to them and they're like, man, I don't even remember that. So in terms of life cycle of the gym, can we create our culture? Can we like pass off our skills, of course, for fighting and success, but can we pass off our culture and the way that we treat people, the way that we coach to the younger generation? And man, I'll tell you, hopefully in 10 years, they're coaching and the same vibe and the same energy is passed through the gym. Because at some point, me, George, Frank, Woody, most likely we're not going to be coaching every single day. Yeah. And we're not going to be on the mats every single day.
Especially super physically challenging.
Of course, I roll every single day. Because I still love it. I want to compete in jiu-jitsu and people come at me every day. I'm rolling hard. I'm trying to like beat everybody and I do it every day. But yeah, at some point that has to slow down. And if that slows down, does the gym slow down? So yeah, of course we think about this. And I think the answer to that is to not just pass off the knowledge, but pass off the culture and the way that we treat our own friends or our own people or everybody else, this younger generation who really becomes the Bangtao fighters, and these can eventually become assistant coaches and coaches. And I want to give out black belts. I don't want to be the only one here.
Can they become your partners like in a big corporation? Well, can they get the share to the gym and become your partner?
You never know. And like one thing that I've always said was really cool about this gym was
in the big companies. You work for companies for whole life and become a partner.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And we tell this is what I tell some of them. We have some local Phuket teenagers that train with us, and some of them are blue belts. And I tell them, and it's as a teenager, it's hard to see. It's very hard to understand that. But I tell them, I'm like, man, like if you guys are here and you work hard and you want to do it, I started as a blue belt. Now I have a black belt and I own the gym. I was like, you guys can do that and we'll help you and show you the way. So we, and we're going to lose people along the way, whether it's jobs or girlfriends or life. MMA and jiu-jitsu is not for everybody. You do it for a few years but it's like, hey, I need to move on. I need to do something else. But if we can pass this on and eventually giving out brown belts and black belts and, I think in terms of cycle of the gym, that's where I feel like we'll be different. Where some of the other gyms didn't care so much about the vibe, or they didn't care so much about really the people. It was just more about, whatever. We want to pass off the culture, the technique, and everybody. And I think that's what will help the gym 10, 15 years.
It's interesting what you're saying. Basically, you talking about building the community of people with the same mindset and the goals and visions and beliefs. Sure. Leo Tolstoy, the famous writer, he said, if you want to change the world, start from yourself.
Sure.
And basically, we've talked at the young, both of us, same age. I think it's your 30s is like you're getting mature and you thinking you figured it out, all this stuff. But I think it's a right, and I want to wish you on this journey best of luck, because to change the world, you have to start from you and your small
100%
circle of people. And
everything I have today, and I still have a lot more work to do, came when I changed myself. back in like 2019, I had this kind of like reshift in my mindset and happiness, and started reading some books and really like did a bit of meditation, and everything I have now really, I do believe, led up because of that shift in my mindset and my
No psychedelics involved.
oh yeah, of course, a few psychedelics, you know what I mean? You know,
Only books, only reading, old school reading.
no. We need to have a bit of fun, but I always had like a good base level of happiness, but when I did start to actually work on myself and say, okay, can I be happy without choking people out or winning fights, which fills that ego a lot? Can I be happy with who I am and myself? When I started to work on that, 100%, I dedicate all the success now to myself making a shift in that. And yeah, if we can try to pass it on to other people, and it sounds so cliche and cheesy, but if we can, bro, if I can do this, anyone can do it, right?
About
Like,
cheesy and cliche, unfortunately, or maybe luckily, because of social media and all the people are connected right now in a matter of seconds, everything is cliche, because
of course
everything become a mainstream in one day.
Of course.
And good thought become a cliche.
Of course. Yeah, no, I understand, because everything is possible. You can do anything you want to do. If And one of the books that helped me the most when we first started talking about to do the business, I read Phil Knight's book, Shoe Dog, the founder of Nike.
Yeah, I know.
And you look at Nike. Nike is one of the most recognizable brands in the history of brands.
Yes.
Name another one. Nike, McDonald's. It's probably not any. I don't know.
Yeah, the very few that Coca-Cola.
But so Coca-Cola. So now Nike is just Nike.
Bangtao.
But you don't realize that Nike started as a guy selling shoes out of his trunk in his car at small events. And so when you read a book like this, it just makes Nike seem so attainable. It really does.
Yes.
And I'm reading this story about this guy who's struggling and make these issues. And so while we were creating this business, any of these issues or big things that are happening, I was like, yeah, well,
he was going through the same thing.
He was going through the same thing. And it made success and how to build a brand so much more attainable. So like I said, you can do anything you want. If I can do this, and we can do this, and anybody can do anything. And that sounds kind of crazy, but
they can do this too.
Yeah, for real. You have to have, listen, you have to have something you're passionate about. You know, if you're not passionate about making water bottles, then you're going to hate your job. But if you're passionate about making money, and then water bottles is the way you make your money, then you're going to sell a lot of water bottles. But
what do you think? Money is the good motivation, or your goal to build something, and money will come? Because people
both. I don't know. Right? I was probably always more on the passion side. Let me find something I love and chase it and do something. And yeah, I think there's good money in it, and very fortunate that there's something I love since I was a little kid. Wrestling, jiu-jitsu is now one of the most popular things in the world. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's, yes, the art and martial art and sport, and it's on TV and Olympics, talking, but this is like, we're like fighting with people. We're like fighting with people every day. And I loved it so much for so much of my life. And now it's really big business. So I am very fortunate, but it just came with chasing your passion. So I don't know. I chased my passion, and I saw that there also could be money at the same time.
With the internet, for example, my theory is with the internet, we have a lot of this, not overnight, but very fast success stories.
Yeah.
And as I understand, the young generation keep looking at it online for these very fast success stories. But before internet, companies and all this overnight success, it always been like success need time.
Sure.
And martial arts, especially in jiu-jitsu, you need time just to grow from belt to belt. You just need to build your level up. And it's, you need passion, you need a little bit of ego, a little bit of everything to do the good souls.
Yeah.
At the end.
And a little bit crazy. I think you need to be a little bit crazy.
Absolutely.
Because
healthy crazy, healthy ego. Everything is healthy.
Yeah,
Eating
sure.
healthy.
But I think you do have to be a little bit crazy, because I think
you have to.
To take risk and to do life the way you want to do life is the normal is to just get a job, buy the house, which is nothing wrong with that. If people like that and people want to live their life like that, there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to be a little bit crazy if you want to do something big.
Alex, and what you have enough database? What changed in local people towards foreigners? Let's say expats. Did they change the attitude? Did something change? Oh no.
I don't know. I think that's a really hard question, and depends on the area too. You know, this area, Bangtao, I never came here. I lived here 12 years. I never came here before we opened the gym. You know,
you lived at that side.
I live in Chalong. Yeah, I live in Chalong. Yeah, so each neighborhood is going to be a little bit different. Have they changed? I don't know. I think they're more accepting of Western culture and seeing that, okay, it is good. Of course, there's going to be people there's too many foreigners here, but I think Thai people are happy there's foreigners here. I think they like more Western restaurants coming and stuff. And it's just everything's with respect. You know, you have to respect people. And of course, when the Phuket becomes more and more popular, there's going to be more people. There's going to be more people who are not so nice either. So I don't know. It's a hard question.
I'm sorry I didn't announce you and introduce you, but throughout the conversation, like people figured it out. That's Alex Shields.
I don't know.
The black belt, the founder of Bangtao Muay Thai and MMA.
That's me.
The one and only.
That's me.
The pioneer of the whole Thailand MMA / grappling Muay Thai movement.
I don't know. Just a guy just a guy that didn't want to grow up, honestly. I just didn't want to grow up. So. I just didn't want to grow up, you know. My dog, this is my dog. This is my dog. His name's Rufio. I named him Rufio. You know the movie Hook about Peter Pan?
Yeah, I know Peter Pan, but I don't know
you know the Lost Boys. The Lost Boys and Peter Pan is like they're in Neverland. They're like the kids that never grew up.
Yes,
right. The ones that they never grew up. They stay kids forever. And the leader of them, his name is Rufio.
Rufio.
So I named my dog Rufio because I always thought me and my friends here were like the Lost Boys. We never want to grow up. And he's our leader.
Stay 16 as long as you can. And
16. 16 is not so fun. Listen, bro, you probably the same. I like turning 30. When I turned 30 and now I'm 34, I feel better. I feel smarter. I feel stronger. People respect me more. You're more experienced.
You finally understand like something.
Yeah, no, turning 30s was good. I enjoyed it. I'm having fun.
Alex, thank you for doing this.
Appreciate it.
I had a great time talking to you, and to be honest, I had a great time being here.
Yeah,
it's like we found a second home in a very good without any need of finding it. We found one, and we have a privilege and very happy to spend time with you and grow with you guys. And
we're happy to have you.
Teach got so nice and positive teachers and coaches, and I want to wish the best of luck to you guys in the gym, the crew, you, Woody, Frank, George, and all your partners. You're doing an amazing thing. I think a lot of lives are changing here every day. Someone's maybe ruined after a couple of hard sparrings, but anyway, most of them, they're happy. Best of luck. If you want to say something, maybe wish young generations, your fighters, address something. The floor is yours.
No, I
say thank you.
You know, like when I talk about the gym, it sounds like a sales pitch or something, but I always tell everyone's come to Phuket wherever you go, and it just goes around the world. You should always train somewhere that you feel comfortable and you feel happy. I never am going to try to trick anybody to come train with us because we just want to take your money. Go check out the different gyms. Go to Tiger, go to Phuket Top Team, go to AKA, go to Southside, go to Phuket Grappling Academy. If you go there and that's a gym that you like, that's for you. If you come here and you like what we do and you like the energy that we give and the classes that we teach, then come train with us. I think you'll come here and people find a good home. And just like you and all your guys came here and we got along really well. So honestly, I tell people if you don't believe us, come check us out, see what you think. We give out a free class pass. Come check out a class and see if you like it.
Don't forget about this beautiful shirt.
Don't forget about
it's not a sales. Jerseys. It's not a sales speech anyway.
Yeah. No, the whole thing can sound like a sales pitch, but we just love it.
If you ask them to like and subscribe, I'll appreciate it.
Yeah. If you guys can make sure you go down below, like and subscribe.
And thank you we're building a strong bond.
I love it.
Bangtao and MMA. Good luck, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. It's a wrap. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. It was Alex Shields.
Peace.
Thank you, man.